Hello and welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and as usual, I'm doing a podcast. Hey, what's going on? As you know, I'm a person that suffers from addiction. I'm addicted to addicting. Wait, what? I'm addicted to collecting things. In all seriousness, I collect meth and heroin. No. Hookers. No. I love collecting, as you might know if you've listened to past shows, like collectible card games. I just love making decks. For some reason, whatever, Pokemon or, yeah, I've toned down the Pokemon. I haven't done Pokemon in a while, but like, I'll find okay, for example, I'll find like a Pokemon creature. Wait, they're not creatures. They're just called Pokemon. I'll find a Pokemon I like, and then like I'll make a deck based on that Pokemon. But I don't play anyone. It's just fun to do for some reason. Anyway, so because I got high the other week and high on the Japanese shit, I went through all my Magic decks and I started like redoing the decks and whatnot. And so I I like bought a bunch of cards to make more decks, but this is just in case there's people who actually play Magic the Gathering who listen to this. I have certain rules about there's certain cards that I just don't use, and so I don't use walls. There's no walls in my deck. I haven't used a wall in years. No walls. Um, I don't have any counter spells, and I don't have any disenchants. I'm like I'm all about making a deck that takes a few or one aspect of the game and just focusing on that. So, for example, my favorite creature type is Angel. I have a lot of Angel decks, but they're all like different. But I have a lot of Angel decks because it's just fun to make. But they're all actually different. Um, and then there's a few other creatures that I like, but they have like one or two decks. So anyway, I don't use walls, I don't use disenchants, and I don't use a counter spell. So blue is my least favorite color, and you can tell that by the way I make my decks. Because if there is blue, it's like there's usually no spells. It's just because there's a multicolored creature that has blue. Um, if I'm playing against other people, if anyone has has a blue deck or blue ender deck, I try to get them out the game first, because blue, like, the only thing blue does is slow the game down. And it's okay if it's me doing it, of course, double standard. But yeah, like if someone's blue, I try my best to like get rid of them, or like even if it's a multicolored deck they're using. As soon as I see someone put down an island, I just, like, with no strategy, I just attack them and try to get them out the game. Because usually blue is the quote-unquote thinking man's color, woman's color. Both both genders. There's only two genders, and both of them play Magic the Gathering, girls and boys. But it's the thinking person's. Never mind. It's the thinking woman's deck, okay, or color. But it usually slows things down. And with all the counter spells and disenchants and like control. And like if someone has a white is just as bad, I think, because of all the disenchants. Like, so like I go after blue first, and then white is the second one. If someone has white in their deck, I'll go after them. Now, because I use angels, the angels are mostly white. But like I said, I don't use the disenchants and stuff. I'm just all about power or attacking with flying creatures. But just in case. And then another thing is, I tone down on the sorcery spells and whatnot, because I just try to use creatures. I just try to use good creatures. So like the creature will have like the special ability. Like, I'll just use one example, like Rhea Dawnbringer. Her ability is, at the beginning of your upkeep, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. So like I don't need a deck full of Resurrects or Breath of Life. If I can keep Rhea on the field, I can get like one free Resurrected turn. Like I do stuff like that. But yeah, and also like it's just for fun. Like I know because I make these decks like very specialized. So like you're either gonna kick a lot of ass or like lose really bad. But I remember one time I had a 5 color deck, no dual lands, just all 5 colors, and it was every creature was what was a common creature. But basically all the cards in the deck were just common cards. And I think it was like 5 or 6 of us playing the game. And I was playing against a few people had like decks that cost like $300, like decks with moxes and shit like that. Just way back. I actually won that game with a 5 color, no dual land, 5 color common creature deck, or just like common deck. And the only thing I did was I just made sure everything in that deck only needed one of any color to cast. It was like one color, and then like the amount of colorless didn't matter, but everything in that deck was, it just needed one of a certain color, and that was a strategy, and one. And obviously Magic has lots of strategies, like your personality counts, because like you can make deals like, don't attack me this turn so I can kill this person, or don't do this, not blah, so yeah. So like I try to use all the aspects of the game to win. So like even if my deck isn't like quote unquote up to par, there's other things you can do to make up for that. I mean, that's if you're playing multiplayer. If you're playing 1v1, well, then there's really nothing you could do. You just gotta go for it. But it is what it is. I can't believe I did a podcast about my Magic the Gathering addiction. But yeah, and then like, it's the only thing I've been doing. God, I shouldn't have drank that coffee, because it really like it really set the tables in motion, because I've been on this like Magic the Gathering kick for what, 2 weeks now, ever since I drank that coffee. I mean, I'm not high from the coffee still. It just got my mind going. So like I've been in Magic the Gathering mode for past 2 weeks. Or I don't know, guys. See, I don't know when this once again, these podcasts are recorded so far in advance. Like that's why I've been doing the podcast where I put the dates just so it's recent. But by the time you hear this podcast, it's gonna probably have been like 2 weeks since I recorded it. But yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy your day. Oh, and like if you play any collectible card games or board games, like or like tabletop RPGs, whatever, tell me in the comments, because I'll look into it. Like I haven't heard of every single collectible card game or like tabletop role playing game, and I might find it interesting. So like let me know. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Peace.